I'm feeling pretty good until I get halfway through the race. And all of a sudden, my stomach felt like something was tearing through it. And I had to slow down. I had to slow down because I thought this was going to be the moment that I was going to pull an Uda Pipeg. And if you don't know Uda Pipeg, please go look her up. Hey there, NAC Warriors. How are you doing today? Going to adjust the camera as usual. I need to get used to this. Okay, and now I have to go over here on this other side. For some reason, my camera switches once it goes live, and I can't figure out why. So I apologize for the quick adjustments here. It's something I have to figure out what is going on with my cameras. You know what it is? I need to just go with my web camera. I'm using my computer camera, and that might be part of the problem. That's part of the journey, right? Okay, so hope you all are enjoying. Today is Friday, at least where I'm at right now. It's midday, so looking forward to the weekend. It's actually been quite a busy weekend now that I'm jumping back into work and trying to balance this. Before, I kind of liked the routine of going back into work, but now that I'm back into work, I'm like, oh man, I really would love to spend my time all on NFT athletic community and doing these things for you, because this is my passion. This is what I want to do. Is I want to help people in their health and fitness. So yesterday, if you saw what I had for a live video, you saw down in the description, and it's down here again. Quick link to a simple web page that if you sign up for it, essentially what I'm going to do is text you when I do a 10-second video for exercise on TikTok. And I'll send the link right to you. So all you have to do is click it, and then you just do the exercise for 10 seconds. Actually, what I ended up doing, because this morning, I produced the first video. You can go out there and check it. I actually did 10 seconds, and then I extended it to a minute, because I went back and I started thinking about when I start coaching people, or when I was coaching people in running, one of the things that happens sometimes is people get unmotivated. And one of the things that you want to do is sort of like trick your brain. And this is how we can play games until we become obsessed. And I'm not sure what I'm going to talk about today, to be honest. But I have a lot to talk about. But once you get obsessed, then the rest of it takes over. But sometimes, even if you're obsessed with something, you do kind of hit a bump in the road sometimes, and you start questioning things, and then especially if you've never dealt with it before. And so if you've had a long, hard day and you're trying to go out there and you don't want to exercise because it's rainy, all the mental things that come out at you, and you're like, you know what, one day isn't really that big of a deal, but you want to exercise, you just need a little push. Going out there for a 1-minute walk usually turns into, I did a funny video of this, I think it was last year. You're like, oh, I don't want to go out there and exercise. Today's a speed workout, and you just want to take it easy. What's one day, and all this stuff, and you're talking to yourself. And trust me, I am a dedicated runner at that point, and I wanted to hit a PR in my half marathon. And no matter how obsessed you get, there are times when things just life takes you away, and you're like, okay. But once you get started, then things take over. So long story short, I did 10 seconds, but I extended it to 1 minute just in case a person got the bug. It was like, oh, let me just keep going for a minute. I'm already doing 10 seconds. What's another 50 seconds, right? So that's sort of like the games that we have to play. So I kind of injected that in the TikTok. So if that's something that you're interested in, like just to get started, just to kind of like, light a spark. All I'm trying to do is light a spark and put a spark in there, and then the rest of it will take over, right? So that's essentially what I did there. Also, I am getting more people to take a survey. So if you're interested in a survey I'm doing, which is about consistency and people really uh, getting involved in running, like how do you become obsessed and all that stuff, I have a survey that I'm doing, and I've been sending it to people that are highly motivated and unhighly motivated. But I'm just sending it out there and seeing the responses that I get because I'm doing a study on consistency and motivation. So, and what I've got so far is really cool. But if you're interested in that, let me know. Direct message me here on Facebook or YouTube or wherever you follow me, and I will send you that survey if you'd like to partake in it. And it's a fun one, and I'm getting so much information, even with the small sample size that I've got. It makes sense. It just confirms some of the things that I had in my mind, but it also is kind of going against some of the things that are on my mind. I'm not going to share it yet because I want to get a fairly decent sample size for the survey. So that's what I'm doing as well. Let's see. This week, I have to say, I've been doing a little poor on my exercising. I've been more focused on my eating since Thanksgiving kind of blew things up. It was funny, in Thanksgiving, I did more exercise and very bad eating. Now I'm taking care of my eating, but my exercise kind of has dropped off, but I need to jump back into that. So I'm looking forward to jumping back into routine starting, well, maybe even today. But what's cool is that either way, now that I'm doing the 10 seconds to a minute, I know every day I'm doing 1 minute. And that's one of the keys that I talk about, is that you should be doing something always. Do something. It doesn't matter. Just do anything. So that kind of goes with the mantra there that I'm going with. I think I'm going to do the question of the day. It's a little funny because I think I need something a little funny because I was a little late today of coming here at 12 because I was writing an email because I was very disappointed in one of the individuals that I follow who I highly regard. I was asking for something and they pretty much, customer service pretty much turned me down, and it was kind of like, I don't know. I totally get gurus. I understand, or not even gurus. I understand, like, if you're helping people, like, unless you're doing charity work, you should be compensated for it, right? You have that's the way this world unfortunately operates. It operates on money. So if you're providing a service for people, you should be compensated for that. And I totally 100% am on board with that and understand that. And when you're learning from people, they deserve their money. But when you get to a point where you have masses following you, and I kind of get it at the same time. It's like kind of, it goes back and forth. But when masses follow you and people are really supporting you, like they're going out of their way, spending more money probably than the average person, promoting their products, like really supporting them. And then they ask you for a simple thing and you have a policy that says no. I kind of like say to myself, like, what are we doing here? Like, what? So, and maybe I'll eat my words today. I'm not even close to being a guru or anything, but if I ever get to that status, which I hope I do, I want to serve a lot of people. If I ever get to that place and you truly support me, I really, really hope that I never have anything put in place that belittles your support. Especially if it's in a positive way, you're doing positive things for me. I hope I never do anything that would belittle your support, especially if it's above probably the average person, right? I just hope I never ever get to that point where I'm nickeling and diming you if you're truly supporting what I'm doing and trying to make a change in people's lives. But if I do, please write me an email. Please contact me directly, and I will, do everything I can to not nickel and dime people. I understand, there's definitely going to be cost to things because I'm spending my time producing value, hopefully, but not to the point where, like, if you're supporting me and helping me grow and I'm nickeling and diming you, please let me know. Like, if I bought a program and all of a sudden technology changes and, like, for instance, I've got a CD. This is what it is. I've got a CD and now they don't produce CD players anymore. Everything's digital. Like, everything's digital right now. Like, you can't even get away from digital. And digital used to be expensive, but it should be a lot cheaper than it is nowadays, right? Like, I can put a video up on YouTube for free and you have access to it, and I can make it private so nobody gets access to it, only the people that I want to, and I never have to pay a dime for it, right? That's where our technology is. And you're telling me that you can't go from a CD to a digital for free because I've already paid for it. Anyways, so let's go to the question of the day, changing the tone. Hopefully they come back and express my disappointment, and we'll see if they come back. So here's the question of the day that I think you'll have a little entertainment with. Sorry for the sort of like down moment there. I just hope you keep me true to myself here. Maybe I'll eat my words later, but right now anyways, what is your most embarrassing moment with losing weight and staying fit? Well, I'll have to say that I'm going to give you an embarrassing moment of myself in my journey of health and fitness, not so much me trying to lose weight. And most of it has to do with running. So let me see. So this actually just has to do with running, and there's two of them. So if you get squeamish a little bit, and I'll tell you it has to do with the number 2, then you may want to stop listening. So I've got 2 of them for you. Number 1, and it's Friday, so I'm going to go a little bit longer today. Number 1 was when I was actually cleansing, and and I was losing a lot of weight doing a cleanse. I was I was doing a race on Thanksgiving. And as I'm running, I'm actually getting a good pace, and I'm going to hit a record for me at this new age that I hit when I transitioned from competitive running to no running to now trying to get back into running. I did a Thanksgiving 5K trot, turkey trot, and I'm doing pretty good. So I've shedded a lot of weight, so I'm lighter. I'm moving pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good until I get halfway through the race. And all of a sudden, my stomach felt like something was tearing through it. And I had to slow down. I had to slow down because I thought this was going to be the moment that I was going to pull an Uda Pipeg. And if you don't know Uda Pipeg, please go look her up. And I thought to myself for a second, am I going to pull off an Uda Pipeg? Because if I let it go right here, in order to justify it, I have to win the race. There's no other justification to keep running even though I was doing well, unless I could win the race. And there was no way I was going to win that race. I wasn't that good. So I decided to slow down. And I slowed down, and then the pain kind of went away. And at the same time, there was this individual She was running next to me, and I happened to pass her at the time that my stomach sort of cramped up. And I slowed down, and she caught up to me and passed me. And I would say maybe like all this like happened real quick, but in my mind it like took forever. I would say within 10 seconds, my stomach like kind of went away, and I sped up again, and I got back on pace, and I passed this woman. And like not too long after that, my stomach started like really going, like I really thought, have you ever seen, I think it was Bridesmaids, or the movie there where that woman goes out to the middle of the street and goes to the bathroom in the dress right in the middle of the street. I thought that was going to happen to me. And it was very embarrassing because there's tons of people in this race. It's very cold. I didn't have a dress to hide anything. There was no porta potties on along the way, and I had shorts on. So if I went to the bathroom, I probably would have ended my running career there. So that's embarrassing moment number one. I'll never forget that day. Prior to that, in college, this is probably even more embarrassing. And I kind of cringed thinking that I did this at all. So in college, we go out from, and I went to Merrimack College, so it's near the woods. And but to get to the woods that we run in, you go through some busy streets, and that before you get there. So I went into the woods and came out, but on the way back, way past the woods, like the woods were probably about a mile away, my stomach started churning, and there was no way, absolutely no way. This was worse than the actual race. I don't know, maybe because of the nerves of the race and all the, the pressure there, but there was no pressure. It was just a practice, and I was running back to the school, and there was no way I was getting to the school. There was no woods. There was nothing to hide and duck behind. I was out on the middle of the street again, heading towards the school, and there was no way I was going to make it. Like I had to stop and walk, and I was like, okay, I'm just going to walk back to the school. Well, I wasn't walking back to the school without something happening. So what did I do? I walked up to a house, knocked on the door, praying that there was somebody there. A lady with her child comes to the door and opens it, and I look at her with a panic expression on my face, and I said, I am so sorry to bother you. I would not do this ever, but this is a true emergency. I really need to use your bathroom, or there's going to be a mess on your doorstep. What does the lady do, right? Like she's shocked. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you would have done, but oh my goodness, like I like in my head I was like, is this lady like gonna let me in, or is this really going to happen right here on her porch or doorstep? And she let me in, and I destroyed it. I'm sorry. Have you seen the movie Dumb and Dumber? Yeah, I totally destroyed that bathroom. I feel so bad. I like hurried up as quick as I could. I said thank you. I ran out the door. I never wanted her to see my face again. But once I got to the school, I thought to myself, wow, that was like super bad, like super, super bad. And I wish I, uh, I needed to repair some way, but I could not remember the house that I stopped at. And I always wished like she'd be waiting outside one day with her child, so I knew it was her, and she would let me know that it was her, and her give me some like sort of death stare so that I could know the address and like send her a letter and be like, ma'am, I am so, so sorry for doing that, and I thank you so, so much for being so accommodating. But to this day, I hold that as a regret, because that was a very embarrassing, and yeah, it was embarrassing, and I felt super bad. So, ma'am, if you're out there and you remember back in around probably 2001, anywhere between 2000 and 2002, I can't remember what year it was that I that happened, but anywhere within that, and you were near Merrimack College and you're watching this, I apologize, and you let some student come in to who was a runner, use your bathroom and destroyed it. I apologize to you here and now. Chances are you're not going to see this, but if you do, I truly apologize, because that was embarrassing for me, and I cannot thank you enough, because it would have been more embarrassing to. I could not imagine what would have happened if you shut that door on me. I'll just say that. So there you go. Those are my two embarrassing moments. And I would love to hear what your embarrassing moments are in health and fitness and exercise, whatever, something to do with exercise. I'd love to hear that and share that moment with you. So if you haven't already, please click the link down below and get signed up for that. I'm extending it a little bit because I haven't set it up right now, because later on that will be a fee if you want to do the quick thing. It won't be a big one. I just want to make sure that people, if they're going to do it, that they're going to do it, right? We talked about that before. So probably within the next, I don't know, but just know at some point that's going to change. And it will be a small fee to get that service. So yeah, just click that link right now, and I will send you, every time I do a 10-second to 1-minute video, which will probably be every day. That's what I'm aiming for every day. I will do a TikTok on that, and I will send it to you directly by email, and if you're in the US, by phone, and we'll go from there. If you're interested in learning more about NFT athletic community and awakening your inner warrior, which I should have completed very soon, I'm hitting some technical difficulties. That's sort of the problem when you're one person team, sort of. What I want, that's almost done. If you're interested in awakening your inner warrior, which is a program to take, this is assuming you're awake and you're ready to actually go on a journey where you will take control of your health and fitness. You will get that confidence and reignite that energy within you. That's what this program is set to do. It's made for busy individuals. So I made it so it's quick and easy to digest the information. And yeah, it's very powerful. This is what I used for my journey to go from yo-yo dieting to being very confident and consistent in my health and fitness journey. So if that's something you're looking for and need that little kick, please join our Facebook group. And I believe that's somewhere in here. But yeah, if you're looking for that. Other than that, I'll be here tomorrow live at some point. And again, these videos will be uploaded on YouTube, and you can get the audio version on any major podcast. And if I'm not on that podcast, let me know, and we will push this out there. And yeah, you'll have it. So have a good Friday. If I don't talk to you personally over the weekend, have a good weekend, and I will see you very soon here live tomorrow. Have a good one, everybody.